Author of Travel Unscripted. Mark, you know, Global Entry is a fantastic program, and nobody seems to know about it. You can get through these security lines in like 40 seconds. Tell folks what it is and how it works.
Well, it's pretty straightforward. All you do is you go online and you apply, and once you apply, you pay a $100 application fee. They then schedule an interview for you with the Customs and Border Patrol because they want to interview you. But bear in mind, they're also going to do a background check on you. And when they do that, if you have anything in your background, if you're under investigation, if you've had any issues with immigration or customs in the past, or any type of criminal record, you're not going to get it. So you have to be doing those things. Once you do that and you get approved, then you literally whisk right through. You go to a kiosk instead of a person.
It's
you
amazing.
Put your 4 fingers down. With the fingerprints, you put your passport there. 2 seconds later, you take your customs form and you walk straight to the express customs line, and you are literally out the door. I want to say 2 to 3 minutes from the time you hit the immigration, you're getting in your taxi in front of JFK Airport.
It's pretty darn cool. What about getting through the security lines domestically, though? You've got some ideas for that, and I know people encounter this all the time.
Well, I'm coming to you from Philadelphia right now, and the terminals in Philadelphia, most of them are interconnected. So what that means is I always pull up, and even if I'm going out of Terminal B, for instance, I take a look at the terminals, and sometimes I'll check in at Terminal A. And one of the things you want to do is you want to get your boarding pass ahead of time. If you get your boarding pass ahead of time, you can go through any security checkpoint. I always find at Philadelphia, Terminal A is the best. You get right in, and then you can just walk over to Terminal B, Terminal C, whatever it is. You get a little bit of exercise, and instead of standing in line, you're getting a little exercise and your heart rate up, which is good before you get on the plane and you're sedentary.
If you have checked in already, you can go through any security line. Any security line.
Yes.
I
Yep,
did
exactly.
not know that.
Because yep.
That's cool.
So I do that quite a bit. Yeah, it's a great way to do it.
All right. Is it me, or are these security lines getting longer and longer, though? Because I have to tell you, every time I go to the airport, I have more, and I have to give more and more time to doing that.
Well, you know what? I make sure, since I'm a heavy frequent flyer, I can go through a couple things. I can go through TSA pre-check, which I don't even have to take my shoes off or my coat off or my jacket off. I can go right through. I don't have to take my computer out. That's great for heavy business travelers.
Yeah.
You can also, yeah, absolutely. So you can do that. You can also do things like credit cards that get you to the front of the line. If you take an airline credit card, you can bypass some of the lines and go right to the priority line to get through security. So that's another little travel tip.
Here's my tip. Here's what I do. I avoid the lines. I avoid the lines with the kids. It just takes longer, you know?
Yeah. The family line, they call it. So yeah, absolutely. With the little ones, you avoid that. And so there are ways to get around sort of the problem areas. And I think one of the best things to do is talk to a travel professional, because they can always give you some insights into the best way to get through security and speed on your way. Also understand, you know, zipping through these lines, it all depends on what's going on in any given day. So there's different times of the day to fly, and you can avoid a lot of the headaches as well.
This is all very smart. And just to round out what you were saying, you said also dress appropriately and be nice, because just being nice goes a long way in this world, right?
Yeah, you know what? These guys, the gate agents, the TSA guys catch a lot of crap. So what you want to make sure you do is show them some kindness. They're working hard, man. So if you go up with an attitude, they're going to give you attitude back. But if you go up and say, hey, I'm running late, is there any way I can move to the front of the line? And you're a presentable human being, they're going to do everything they can to help you, because kindness begets kindness. And you got to tell that to Neil Cavuto, because when I was on a week ago, he said he always gets shunned at those lines. So I think Neil needs to take a look at his approach to security.
I'll be sure to lecture Neil on that soon. Okay. Mark, thanks for coming on. Great tips, great information. Appreciate the time.
Thank you, Jerry.
When it comes to travel, there's more than one app for that. In fact, travel is the 3rd most popular category of apps in tonight's top 5. Some of the best apps out there. Number 5, Flight Tracker. There is a free version of this app which gives you real-time flight status of flights around the world and even the terminal.